November, good Lord. Today's Thursday, the 17th of December, and we're just going to run through the numbers here for Forex and see what trading opportunities there are. There's actually a couple breakout opportunities. You could just bracket orders. It looks pretty obvious and like a pretty good trading opportunity. So anyway, starting things off, always check the news. We do have some news coming up today. We've got at 7:30 my time, 8:30 Eastern, we have the Canadian ADP employment report, as well as U.S. unemployment claims and building permits, which is kind of seen as a leading indicator here. They're both listed. These are listed as medium impact. These are low impact. I really, this time of year, the markets start to get a little bit lighter. Sometimes medium impact reports can have more impact than maybe expected. So it'll be an interesting morning, but it's not a red report, so it's not going to keep us out of the market altogether. So with that said, we can pop over here and have a look at what's moving. Pound has been a strong currency, but really, if we look at this, everything has kind of leveled out. We're kind of flat coming into the new market session, which is interesting, especially if we go over here, we can see a couple of currency pairings that are just totally flat. Look at the U.S. versus the CAD. So the U.S. CAD pair right here, this is just flat. Perfect opportunity to bracket an order in. You can just bracket a buy here above this top, and you could bracket an order, a sell order down below this top. So just bracket that in. Buy if it breaks above, sell if it breaks below. Beautiful setup right there. And you don't even have to really worry. If you want to be, to the point where you're looking at what currency strength is doing and what the volume detail is doing, then just enter one order based on that, right? You'd be looking at a long order because the U.S. is slightly stronger than the CAD right now on the currency strength index. So, you could look at a long order and say, hey, if, depending on what comes out of that news, if we break above this, you want to go long. The volume detail supports that. But given the fact that you've got news on both of the currencies, I think a bracket order probably is the way to go. So a buy and a sell, and whichever one breaks out, that's the one that you run with, right? Same over here on the euro yen. I've shied away from talking about yen pairs during the U.S. session, mainly because it's not as actively traded, but it does follow the dollar. There's some benefits to trading the yen, but we've shied away from that in these videos here, only focusing on the currencies that are being actively traded right now. But it's another one that's been flat for a while, and looking at just a breakout either direction, post news could be a great opportunity here. Just again, bracket your orders in there, setting up as a beautiful breakout opportunity there from that flat period that we've been in, right? So there's a couple trade ideas for you. Beyond that, if we're just using currency strength, your pound is your stronger currency. Probably looking at a pound CAD cross pair, which there is opportunity here. Looking at the pound CAD, the trend has been up. The pound is strong. The CAD is a weaker currency. So we'd wait for the volume detail to flip back to the buy side, and then we could look at continued longs here on the pound versus the CAD. But I think your better opportunity is looking here at the U.S. versus the CAD, the euro versus the yen, for just bracket orders and a straight breakout from there. All right, so that is it for me. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to be back shortly and talk about the futures market and what opportunities we have there. This is the last trading week. Next week, the week after, this is pretty much it for December. Today and tomorrow, that makes your December. No videos next week, no videos the week after. We'll come back in January and see what's going on from there. All right, so that's it. Talk to you guys in a bit in the future side of things,